It has been months since a crab told me what happened down below. Even after everything you had seen and everything I had told you, nobody would listen. Now look where we've ended up. Gauntlight is more active than ever, terrorizing our home with monsters as soldiers from the east drag our people screaming into the depths under the leadership of the blind general and the sisters. We cannot get word out for help. We cannot get supplies in. Food and medicine are dwindling, and I cannot keep this old fishing camp concealed for much longer. We have to bring the fight to them. We must take the fight to Gauntlight.
It automatically went horribly, horribly wrong. I think in total, we had 2 of my characters abducted, 1 of Jacob's characters abducted, not abducted, captured, and then 1 of Jacob's characters dead, and 2 of, or was it 3? It was 3?
Last time, only 2 of Jacob's characters ended up dead or captive. Dexter.
I was talking about Colby. Did he have 2
Colby.
or 3?
Bebo and Wallace.
Bebo and Wallace. Was there somebody else with us? No, he was just controlling Srex as well.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay. So the total was...
Too many.
3 dead, 3 captured, on top of the already couple of dead, couple of captured. It was not our finest hour, and now it's just me here.
Yeah.
Yay!
Colby may or may not show up later. Jacob is definitely not going to show up, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. Here we are. Several hours have passed. Normally, the expeditions have come back up by now, but Mildred and Remy are starting to get a little nervous.
That's fair.
What would you like to do?
Even Davina didn't come back at any point?
Davina actually has not come back either, yeah.
Huh. Well, that's bad. You know, let's just go full send and let's say that Mildred and Remy decide that collectively they're gonna go on down there.
Okay. So before you get on down there, I think Mildred would have slept at some point. So we can say she's no longer fatigued.
That's nice.
And I'll say that she's only drained 2 instead of 3. Also,
it won't let me let her rest because she doesn't exist on the page, apparently.
She absolutely does exist on the page. I'm looking at her token right now. But Menurus, the stable hand, goes up to you, Remy, and is like, so I think I got something here to help you out. And he hands you a prosthetic hoof.
10 out of 10, I can walk, thank God.
Yeah, I figured it might help.
Okay. Oh, here I am. That's nice. Now, let's open up our people.
So, here you are.
Okay. Remy Raddington and Mildred Adams, I suppose, are ready to go into the Hars.
Lovely. Do you want to bring any NPCs with you?
Sure, we'll take an NPC. Who did we free from prison? The only person I can see is Pock.
Dynacus is on the wall. Vandy is free currently. There's Alsbeta the fishmonger. There's Nim the roofer. Pock is not doing so hot. There's Rin. She's available.
Let's take Rin.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel bad if I kill Rin, but
I will give you first. Let me give Rin some hit points.
Oh no.
Because I've not updated that for a while, and I think she's probably rested up to full at this point. And I will give you her character sheet. There we are. Emma, owner. There you go. All right. So, you now have Rin. For all the good that'll do. Let me fix her spell slots real quick. There we go.
I'm getting the sense that it's not going to do much.
Yeah, she's not very combat-oriented, funny enough.
Motherfucker. Okay. Not bring someone else who's better at combat.
There really isn't anybody.
Okay, never mind. We'll take her. She'll die. It'll be fine.
No, Vandy's better at combat. But it's fine. There's also Scrong.
Who the fuck is Scrong?
The Midflit. The little guy with the trident in the throne room.
Okay, they're all gonna die because it's just me playing and it's going to go poorly. But he's definitely gonna die. He's not gonna thrive, Cam.
Nobody's gonna thrive. It's Abomination Vaults.
Just... Fine, we'll take Scrong.
Okay, I'll give you Scrong as well, then.
Rin and Scrong and Remy and Mildred are all gonna go down there. And, I'm just gonna find some horror for them to get involved in. That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Ownership, Emma, Scrong. There you go. You now have ownership of Scrong.
Just in case anybody else was wondering, you know, I also don't see Scrong. Where is Scrong?
I'm moving him right now.
Ah, there he is. Oh god.
Here, why don't I just put everyone in the party folder to make it a little bit easier? Just to make it a little bit easier there.
I'm just imagining Colby coming in from work into a bloodbath of epic proportions.
I mean, what else would he walk into? Let's be real.
I don't know.
Make sure
Okay.
Chuck is in there. There you go. Now you've got your squid.
Oh, my boy Chuck.
Your fucking squid. All right.
Oh, bad things are gonna happen to everyone.
So, let's see. Which floor do you want to go to?
Let's say 3. I know they were on 3.
3. So, sorry. Are you counting this ground floor as 0?
I don't know. Whatever floor the library is.
Library is... They're labeled by letter in the thing, so
sake.
library is C. Well, so I think that would technically be floor 2?
Sure. I mean, I'll probably end up going down another floor.
Regardless, you want to be in the library.
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay, great. Let me... Where in the library do you want to start? 'Cause there's a couple of entry points that you found.
Let's just start at the elevator.
Okay. And we've got a handy dandy thing. I don't know if you'll actually be able to, if it'll actually work properly. But let's see. It appears not to be working properly. But you should be able to see this little token here. I don't know why. The vision is just not working for some reason.
Where am I looking?
Did I... Oh, I... You were not pulled to the page yet. You still are not pulled to the page. There we go. So you should be able to see this little thing here.
Yeah.
You start heading on through, doing your little thing there. It's quiet. Eerily quiet. Still swirling blue light down south, down at the end of this hallway. Freaky looking.
Ah, yes, my favorite.
Start heading down this hallway. You come across a couple of sets of stairs, lots of ruined like chairs and pieces of wood and a bunch of junk all over the place.
Are those stairs up or down?
Both sets of stairs go up. You find this little room. There appears to be an open secret alcove against the wall. There appears to be a chest in there that is long opened and empty. There also appears to be a hallway to the north, hallway to the south. Moving up to the north, you come across another set of stairs going up, as well as a room full of tally marks. And you see what looks like a jail cell of sorts full of mushrooms and a corpse.
Right on.
Indeed. There appears to be a hallway going south as well. Open door to the east. It looks like a reading room of some sort. And there's a closed door just past that to the west. I'm trying to remember who... I want to say, was Remy involved with the eye in the wall?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so this is that room.
Oh, okay. Just gonna scuttle on down.
So there's a big old hole in the wall past through this. This is another big old reading room here. There's a set of stairs going up to the east. Big old hole in the wall to the south. See passage to the southwest and a passage to the east, both carved through solid rock.
Let's go east.
All right, you start heading east, and as you do, you hear the sound of slapping and something smashing against wood.
Yeah, that's basically where I thought we were going.
Come around the corner and see Big Frog. Big Frog appears not to have noticed you at this specific time. If you wish to turn around, you may. However, you do see what appears to be a stream flowing downwards just past it. You also hear several voices coming from the general area of where something is slamming on wood.
Well, that's a different thing.
Yeah, the big frog is just sitting in the water.
Can I try and sneak up here so I can look at what's slapping on the wood?
Let's see. It appears that nobody is particularly great at stealth, but you've got a couple people who are trained, so yeah, y'all never focus stealth ever. It
It's not
appears
come
that
up much.
yeah, it appears that Strong and Chuck are the only ones who are trained in stealth.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
I'm
Can
gonna
I send
say,
Chuck?
Sure, yeah, you can send Chuck. Is Mildred able to look through Chuck's eyes?
Let's find out. It's been a really long time since I've had to look at
has
the
been,
abilities
hasn't
of
it?
Mildred.
It has been. Not seeing anything.
Yeah, I don't see
So
my
I'm
ability.
gonna say probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna say probably not. You don't have any real easy ways of communicating with Chuck.
That's fair.
Unless you want to say that, you know, Mildred and Chuck have designed a sign language to understand each other or something. Squids are smart or something like that. No, that's octopi. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you something here.
Okay. Sure. Let's say that they have squid sign language of a fashion.
Great. So we just send the party out there. There you go. Oh, apparently Remy Raddington doesn't have a token. I'll fix that. There's the squid. For some reason, the squid can't see. Oh, right, the squid has low light, not dark vision. So the squid can't actually see.
Okay, does someone have the spell light? We're gonna fucking fight the goddamn frog, I guess. This is where we're at. This has been a...
Rin has dancing lights.
Great! Good enough.
Cool. Let me just figure out why Remy's token isn't working.
It's because she doesn't have any limbs, Cameron.
Well, yeah, I would say that's probably where this whole problem started.
Oh god, Boss Strong is so small.
Yes, he is. There we go. Now Remy has a token. All right, so let me set up Rin's dancing light real quick, so that you can see. Oh great, it doesn't give me a macro to do it, so I just have to place them around. Let me just... Oh, the room is illuminated now. Let's do the thing. All right.
I ask ye, humble listener, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained by this utter nonsense?
I know we always have some degree of fuckery, but this feels a little extreme.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's great. It'll go great. What do you mean? All right. First and foremost, we have Little Frog thing. It's gonna start off by spitting at Remy. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That damage doesn't seem right.
Why? What has it done?
It looks as... Oh, never mind, that it is correct. Okay. So that will be 7 acid damage plus 3 splash acid damage plus 1d6 persistent acid damage.
Oh boy.
So hold on, you can put that back. I'll apply it. I'll apply it faster. So Chuck will also take the splash. That is the thing's first action. Its second action, it will do a little bit of hopping on over to here, and it's going to go for a Jaws attack on Remy. That is a 23 to hit, Remy.
That will hit for me.
Lovely. That is 13 points of piercing damage, and it would have applied more persistent acid to you. But you can only have one instance of that at a time. That brings us to Big Frob. Big Frob here is going to... Let's see... Alright. Big Frob here is going to... going to do a step over to here, and is then going to use its breath weapon.
Oh, it has a breath weapon.
Yes, which is a 60-foot line, so that'll get Remy, Chuck, and Mildred in it. That'll be a reflex save, please.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Oh no.
It's a 15 from Remy.
Oh no, that's a crit fail.
Well, give me a moment. I have other people to roll for. Yeah, I think that's a 19. Nope, a 21 from Mildred.
That's a failure, not critical.
Well, let's see if the squid does any better.
I swear to God, if the fucking squid is the only thing that saves this. Nope. Nope, that's
Certainly
a crit fail.
not.
Alright, so 2 crit fails, 1 regular, so Mildred takes full damage, Remy and Chuck will take double. Let's see how much damage we have. That's... Alright, let me... So, that'll be double to Remy. So Remy is now dying 2 instantly, because that was a crit. That's double to Chuck. So Chuck is now also dying 2 instantly, and that's regular to Mildred, who is now bloodied. And that is Big Frog's turn. There is one additional thing, however, that I need to... Oh yeah, okay. I need a Fortitude save from Remy.
Fortitude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the frog is stinky.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, so Remy is now sickened 2 and slowed 1 for the duration of her being sickened. This is going great. Ren is
I
up.
said, this is gonna end badly, and then we did it anyway.
Yeah, that's... Ain't that the truth?
Okay, let's... Ren does not have... Oh, does Ren have line of sight on this thing?
Yes, it would have cover, but she does have line of sight, loosely.
Yeah. God, her spells suck. Gonna cast Ray of Frost at it.
Cool, alright. That's an attack roll, I believe.
Yup. A 30!
Hey, that's a hit.
Yay!
ahead and roll damage.
It's 10 points of cold damage.
Hooray! 10 points of cold damage. Rin has 1 action remaining.
I don't think that she can get out of, what's it called? The space that she's in. Without...
You should be able to move now.
No, I just mean that I don't think that she can
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
logistically move from...
Well, you could switch places with somebody, but that's about it.
Doesn't do me any good. Okay, she has a star knife. I'm gonna throw the star knife. I think it's gonna have penalties, but that's fine.
It will definitely have penalties. Yeah, it's a minus... Just a -2.
Okay, so I should just roll it at a multiple attack penalty.
No.
Eight?
Just... Oh, wait. Yes, roll it at multiple attack penalty 8, because you did the spell anyways, and then -2 after that.
Okay, that's a 15.
15 does not hit.
And she doesn't have a knife. Okay.
Yep. Strong.
Okay, our boy Strong. Can I get him out of here? Can I move him over here somehow?
Nope, he's a small creature, so he... Well, actually, now, Chuck it... you could move through Mildred's space, and then through Chuck,
Okay,
with the same, difficult terrain stuff as normal. So that's 10 feet. Chuck is down, so that's just 5. Remy is also down, so that's just 5.
Okay, so that gets me how many actions was that?
That was... let's see, he's got a speed of 20, so 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's fine. That was 1 action.
Great news. We're gonna go ahead and... I forgot how much blowguns fucking suck.
They really do.
Okay, we're gonna... You know what? Strong is gonna charge into battle.
Alright.
He's gonna get right there, and he's gonna try and stab it with the trident.
Great.
I fully expect him to be vaporized into acid. But Let's see how he does with his trident. How does he have a better attack modifier if it was thrown than...
Because he has a higher dex.
That's a 9.
That does not hit. Also, I do need him to make a fortitude save against the smell. And Strong is so good at those. As a level 1 midfoot.
It's a 23.
Oh, you almost succeeded. He's sickened 2 now. So that was actually a 7 to hit. Alright. That brings us to the thing that's been slamming on the door is gonna keep doing that thing. Those guys are doing their thing. Mildred, you're up.
Okay. Let's see what Mildred's spells are. She actually has some kind of interesting spells. It's a shame she's gonna die immediately. Okay, we're gonna take an action to get up there.
Okay. You are now next to a frog.
Oh, I forgot the small frog was there. That's...
Indeed. There also appears to be another small frog, and that appears to be the source of the slamming on the door.
Cast Coral Scourge on the big frog.
Okay, what does that do?
So it has to make a reflex save.
Okay. That is a 29.
Okay, so that's just a regular success. It's clumsy 1.
Okay.
It has a bunch of barnacles and coral grow on its body,
That's fun.
getting in between the joints, stiffening the movement. This means that they can't really do a bunch of stuff, and it's clumsy 1, but it can scrape the coal off of its... not coal, coral off of its body.
Well, that's fun. Also, fortitude save against the smell, if you please. Look at that. That's a success. 27 is a success. So you're not sickened.
Yay!
I believe that is the end of your turn, though.
It sure is.
Great. Top of round 2 brings us to the frog that's right next to Mildred. It's gonna... first and foremost, it's gonna do a step onto Remy. It's then going to do a bouncing slam, attempting to shove Mildred. So this is going to be against your Fortitude DC.
Okay.
That's a 24.
That will succeed.
Excellent. So Mildred is pushed back 5 feet. Frob follows, and is then going to use pinning chomp to attempt to trip you. So this will be at multiple attack penalty because shoving is an attack. So this will be at a -5. This is against your reflex DC. That's a 14.
Does not succeed.
Is it a crit fail?
Yes.
Then it falls prone.
Yay.
And let's see. It says it attempts to trip and then makes a jaws strike. It says nothing about the trip having to be successful, so it'll make a jaws strike at maximum multiple attack penalty.
Yay.
That's a 16, so that is not a hit. That is the end of that thing's turn. That brings us to Remy.
Who is dying?
Yes, go ahead and give me a DC 12 dying check.
That's 4!
That's a 4. That's a failure, meaning you are now at dying 3, and you are going to take persistent damage. 3 points of persistent damage to Remy, which increases your dying to dying 4. Do you wish to take an injury or die?
Let's see how many injuries we can give for me, Raddington.
Cool. Let's draw our result. Ignore this result and reroll twice, taking both injuries. Minor scar and head injury. So you are now stabilized at wounded 1. As Remy Raddington, go ahead and make your recovery check to see if you can get rid of that acid. You are still dealing with acid. That brings us to Big Frob, which is going to turn to Scrong and is going to bite at Scrong. That's a 33 to hit Scrong.
Buddy, that's basically like double critical.
That's almost triple his AC. Oh man, this is going to be so painful. Scrong takes 63 piercing damage.
Scrong is triple dead.
Scrong is so unbelievably dead because that is massive damage.
Yay!
The frog is then going to use Bouncing Crush to leap up in the air and land on Mildred and the other frog. So I need a basic reflex save from Mildred and the frog. Frog fails.
Mildred had a 26.
Look at you, you succeeded. You'll take half damage. So Frog takes the full 23. Mildred takes half, which is 11.
Matter.
Mildred is now down. It then attempts to shove both of you. So this is going to be against your Fortitude DC. -5, of course. So that's a 21 against Mildred's Fortitude DC.
That succeeds.
Okay. It's not able to actually shove you out of your space. And then that's a nat 20 against the other thing. So that's going to push the frog 10 feet away.
Where?
Over towards Rin. And since it can't push Mildred, I'm going to say Mildred gets thrown onto the stairs there, because why not? That's the end of Big Frog's turn. That brings us to Rin.
Okay. I have her try and hit this other frog with... Well, actually, no, I'm not, because that damage check doesn't help. We're gonna cast Hideous Laughter on that second frog.
Lovely. So that's a will save, yes?
Yes.
Alright. That is a 24.
So that succeeds. It's plagued with uncontrollable laughter and can't use reactions.
Great. Rin has one action remaining.
Dope. I'm gonna kick the frog.
Okay. Go ahead and, let's see. We'll say that's a tail strike.
Sure. That's a 29 to kick the frog.
Look at that. That's a success. Go ahead and roll damage.
And it's 1d4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Yep, which is why I didn't want to use a tail strike to begin with. So that's fine. Everything's fine. We're having so much fun.
That brings us to the other frog, which is going to turn around and say, hey, look at that tasty snack. It's going to hop on over and it's going to try to bite Mildred. That is a 31 to hit Mildred.
Yeah, that hits. Actually, that probably crits. Yeah, that does crit.
Yeah, that's a crit. So dying increases by 2. So you're now at dying 3. It's then going to go for another bite attack against Mildred. That is a 24, which I believe is another crit.
Yup.
So is Mildred dying? Yeah, that brings you up to dying 5. So is Mildred dead or taking an injury?
Let's give her an injury.
All right. Massive damage injury. Lose a finger. Mildred has now lost a finger. And is stable at Wounded 1. All right. That brings us to this guy. So the door swings open, and a bunch of Inara soldiers start running out, attacking the frogs. So you now have allies. That is a miss. So that's the end of his turn. So let's see, this other guy here is going to take a step and is then going to... let's go with a daze on the frog. So that's going to be save. We'll save from Froggy, which is a success, which means Froggy takes 2 points of damage. It is it for that guy. That brings us around to the top of round 3. We have this other Inara soldier who's going to strides 10 feet, 15.
I don't want to tell you
20.
what I misread that one's name as.
What did you misread it as?
Muscle mommy?
I
don't even know how. I just looked up and I went, huh, that's a weird thing for Cam to name an Inara soldier.
I don't know how you got that either, but, all right then. At least this Inara soldier manages to hit something.
Yay!
He is standing on top of Mildred, though. That brings us to the prone frog, which takes first action to stand up. Second action is going to attempt to bite Rin. That's a nat 20. And because it is equal to Rin's level, it gets a crit card. So that's card number 20. That is a... Jaws is a piercing attack. So kidney piercing. Target is sickened 2. Great. So Rin's kidneys are now pierced. And let's just apply that damage real quick. There we go. 32 points of piercing and some good old persistent acid. It has one more action remaining. It will use that to do another bite at Rin. That is a 27 to hit Rin.
That'll hit Rin.
Just barely not a crit, though.
Yay.
So that's 9 more points of piercing damage. Alright, that brings us to Remy, who is currently unconscious. So all you gotta do is make a recovery check as you start dying again.
Yay.
Still dealing with acid. Alright, Mildred. Literally nothing you can do here, I don't think. So that brings us to Big Frog. Big Frog is going to... let's see, it can't actually fit in that corridor, so it is going to spit at Rin. I'm going to say Rin has half cover for +4 to her AC to this. That is 34 to hit Rin.
Yeah, man. That's gonna crit.
Yeah. That is going to be 12 points of acid, plus some persistent acid, and then some splash acid, which also gets the little guy, or it would if it wasn't, immune to acid. And Big Frog is then going to... Big Frog is going to spit again at Rin. That's a nat 20.
Why wouldn't it?
That's a nat 20. Okay. So, critical hit. That is... I'll call that bomb or spell. Mystical Thwart. The target can't activate magic items, cast spells, or use quick alchemy until the end of its next turn. Not sure how much that's going to matter, considering this is more critical damage coming at Rin. Rin is dead. Or not quite dead. Rin is at 1 hit point. Let's see if she's still at 1 hit point after another spit attack. That's a 15.
That does not hit her, actually.
Lovely. It is now Rin's turn. Rin cannot use any spells, and she's going to take persistent acid damage at the end of the turn, so unless she gets hit points right now, she will go unconscious. Actually, she will die.
She
She's
can't
easy.
get hit points because she can't cast spells. So I guess Rin dies.
Is there anything you want to do with her turn?
There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So Ren takes...
That's it. All four of them are dead.
Ren takes 12 points of persistent damage and is dead. Look at that. And that's that. Those Inara soldiers definitely aren't surviving either.
Nope.
Wow, look at that. The most productive episode of Return to Gauntlight possibly ever.
Suppose it depends on how we're defining productive.
Yeah, So,
But you know what that means? That means I have no more characters.
That means you are now out of characters. So the only PCs remaining are Mitch and... Mitch. Is it really just Mitch?
That can't be right. Colby's gotta have one, right?
He's gotta have somebody else. He's got Lurbug, right. Lurbug, who can't fit anywhere in the dungeon.
Jesus Christ.
So I guess the question is, do you want to take over Lurbug and Mitch?
No, because they're not my characters and they're going to die, Cam.
Yes, and then we could finally stop playing this fucking campaign.
If you got permission from Jacob and Colby right now for me to take them over and for us to start the new year with... Because, actually, hi, this is the first episode we're recording in 2026. Happy New Year. If you get permission from them right now, then okay, I'll play Lurbug and Mitch. They can be killed, and then we can be done.
Bug and Mitch, and most likely get them killed so we don't have to play this fucking campaign anymore.
What will we replace it with? I don't know. Will it be better? Maybe. Maybe not. You all seem to like this for some demented reason that we can't understand.
We really can't understand it. Perhaps you just enjoy our misery.
We have a much better campaign actively going. And this is what people watch, and I don't really understand.
Well, people don't watch this too much anymore either, so yeah.
Hi, audience. On the off chance that anyone's listening here, we actually really do enjoy doing this show. This campaign has curdled into a nightmare of our own creation. It's all on us. It's not its fault. It's not your fault. It's really us. You know, we have regrets. We have to live with them. We have been talking about finding a way to end the campaign. I didn't think it would end like this on the first day of 2026. Huh. Well, you win some, you lose some.
So Jacob has given consent. And now we wait on Colby.
Yay! What? I'm not looking.
He just responds, Lurbug.
That's not an answer.
I'm choosing to take that as a yes.
Not Aaron going, not the hope. Girl, you
Unless,
haven't been.
of course, Kolbus would like to get in on this. So let me give you permissions for Mitch real quick. All right, you now have permissions for Mitch. Let me just take all the dead people out of the party.
Cool.
And I will put... That's not what I wanted. Remove member. All right, Mitch is now in the party. All right. I'm gonna give you Lurbug as well, just because I'm taking his answer as a yes.
Okay.
So you now also have Lurbug. Where do you want to go? Do you want to just go straight back to the frog?
No, let's find somewhere new and more
Okay.
interesting to kill them.
Cool. Where do you want to go? And do you want to take anybody else with you? I will say, with
no.
Mitch coming off the wall, that does mean that camp is now open to... Well, actually, no, Vandy can take over. So, camp is not technically open to attack.
Heaven forbid, the camp full of dead people.
I know.
Okay, if you could just stick me on the 3rd floor.
Oh, Colby
he's
is reheating food,
and then he's joining.
Then can Lurbug. Excellent. We shall wait.
I wouldn't call this a labor of hate, but it's certainly not a labor of love.
Yeah, audience, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We've hated this campaign since before it started. We did like a vote for the whole group to see what we'd play next. I don't know why we voted for this. Yeah, I don't know why we voted for this. I don't know what else we expected. But hey, funny enough, it means that this will be ending before Soul of Frost, which is very much not what I expected. So yeah, I guess, Emma, you said earlier you didn't know what we'd replace this with. What we're going to replace this with for at least a little while is we're going to do the short adventures thing.
Oh, that's fair. I guess that's what would take the place, since that's what we were gonna do when we finished Soul of Frost. I was just
so that'll take the place of this.
Picturing this.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna a little preview of what's to come, audience. While we're waiting for Colby, we're going to start doing. We're gonna start exploring other systems, other things, with a bunch of shorter adventures, and we will want your input on which adventures you want us to play. So keep an eye out on Instagram, on YouTube, on whatever, to be able to find the links to those polls in the next few weeks for when they start coming out, because we would love your input, because we would love to actually understand what you want from us.
We're really just taking shots in the dark, and you know,
we kind of are, honestly.
We can keep taking shots in the dark, but it's a lot easier if we know what people want.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's safe to say we're probably not doing anything like this again.
It does not spark joy. We're Marie Kondoing it out of our life.
I don't even know what that means.
You never heard Marie Kondo?
I've not heard of this. Do regale me.
She's an organizer, like, woman. I don't know if she wrote a book or she had a show. She did something where she was talking about, like, when trying to, like, declutter your home, like, ask if something sparks joy or not, and if it doesn't, then get rid of it.
That, right. Okay, now I know what you mean. I just didn't know it was called that.
I mean, that's her name.
I didn't know where it was from, honestly.
Fair enough.
But yes, this campaign does not spark joy. It has not sparked joy for a very long time. I feel like perhaps I feel like we could find a way for us to have fun doing a dungeon crawl. I think Pathfinder is not the right system. Because, frankly, Pathfinder relies on everyone being sort of power gamey, it feels like. And this is not how this group operates. I also just in general don't like the way that things are balanced in Pathfinder.
He also hates power gaming, so
I also hate power gaming, that's true. But I don't love I really don't love the way that the numbers shake out in Pathfinder, honestly.
They're too high. They're upsettingly high.
It is upsettingly high, and the fact that, like, in order to have what the game considers a balanced encounter, you need to have either a very large amount of enemies that are weaker than the party, or you need to have one thing that's going to schwack you in one hit. There's not really that much of an in-between. And that's just how Pathfinder is designed. And I think that's something that some groups love, and I do not judge. However, that's just not us. We like to put story first. We've always been a story first group.
We're simple narrative folk.
We are.
And we've wandered into nightmares beyond our comprehension.
Yeah.
I will have you know, once Lurbug and Mitch are dead and we're done recording, I am looking up Abomination Vaults and finding out, like, all of the...
That's fine. I will give you the PDF.
Great.
I have the PDF, so I'll just make it accessible to you. Like, it really... It's not that exciting.
I'm sure it's not, but I want to know.
I mean, hell, I can just tell you once this is over. Like, there's... Where you guys died when we first were playing with, like, Petra and Grenadine and whatnot, you were about to hit the one thing I was really excited for in the entire campaign. You were about to hit literally the one thing that I was excited for.
That does not surprise me at all, because, you know, luck, us, not really,
Yeah. All right, Colby's here now. Emma, you're eating a burger. Emma, where did you say you wanted to go again?
You know, I said drop us on the 3rd floor, and I think that we should just get murdered by something other than the frog.
The 3rd floor would be the library. The Belcora's retreat. That's where I think I put you anyways. So, all right.
Sure.
I have activated the page.
Can we say that Lurbug has the tiny potion?
I'm just saying that Lurbug is here.
Okay.
Lurbug is here. Lurbug
we've
is vibing.
We've given up on, like, that level of, like,
I'm just gonna say that that Lurbug has covered himself in butter and is really good at squeezing, so you'll automatically succeed the squeeze action.
Lurbug oiled.
Lurbug oily. So anyways,
Thank
here
God.
you are. You should be loaded into the page now.
Yeah, we're there.
Mm-hmm. So it's just Mitch and Lurbug. That's it. That's the whole gang.
We have a torch, perhaps? No, Jacob didn't give him any items.
Correct. Jacob did not give Mitch any items.
Hey,
Does
Lurbug
Lurbug have
Bud,
a
you got a
torch?
torch?
Lurbug has a candle cap on. So there
Oh,
is
yeah.
light. And it's
Okay.
coming
yeah,
from
that's his,
Lurbug.
that's his propeller cap.
I just need Homeboy to move with me then.
So you start moving on through, and you come across Lurbug's first squeeze, which he manages to do. You find stairs to the east going down, to the west going up. Mitch begin. It appears the gang is going to the west. Stairs then start going north. They appear to continue going up and up and up to the north. But you pass a doorway. Inside appears to be a big old, like, weird little shrine altar room.
This seemed familiar.
Lurbug starts heading on in. Mitch follows,
Don't worry,
hiding.
the bodies of Srux and what's his bucket are gonna be here.
They're not, actually. There are no
Oh.
corpses. There is a lot of blood, though. But it appears that the corpses have been cleaned up. You start going down this little hall, this long passageway here. It's a freaky little area. There's a passage going off to the east, which you hear the sound of water, so you believe that's where you just came from. And going down south, Lurbug, with your dark vision, you can see there appears to be a wide set of stairs going down.
Oh,
Lurbug dashes forwards. I'm assuming you would like to go down?
sure, let's go down the stairs.
Okay, so let me just place you on the arena floor. Real fast. All right. So here you are. As you go down these stairs, you see a big old pit in front of you that appears to also have a set of spiral stairs going down. And Lurbug, as you look over the edge, you see what looks like the remnants of some sort of a battle. You see an Inara soldier slumped over dead on the stairs. You see what looks like a big worm monster dead on the ground. There also appears to be a door that's been smashed open to the east, and then open door to the west, open door to the south. Door to the south appears to lead down some stairs. Door to the west, you're not really sure what's in there. You can't get a good look.
Further down.
Lurbug is Lurbug going further down? Is that what you're saying?
Lurbug want to go down.
Are you going through the spiral stairs?
Actually, I'm with Lurbug. Let's just go as deep as we can.
Honestly, yeah, that would be
Exactly.
funny as hell. That would actually be funny as hell. Hold on, let me just slap you guys down on this next layer.
How
Honestly,
many
just
floors can we get down before Lurbug
Bum
and Mitch
rush.
are dead?
just bum rush Gauntlight, see what happens.
We get to Belcor's chamber. She's like, "What? Yeah,
What the fuck is this? Ugh. All right, so here you
what the
are
fuck?
at the bottom of these stairs. There's a fucking
Oh,
worm
my corpse is
monster.
over here.
You don't know that. Shush. There's an exploded Grothlet and some Inara soldiers. There's an open door to the east, a closed door to the west. There appears to be a transparent wall and a set of
Where are you
spiral stairs
going? I
continue
can't-
down. Lurbug appears to want to go down even further.
Okay, I'm gonna
Down.
keep going with Lurbug. I just
All
can't
right.
see.
Hold on. Let me just place you another layer down. Okay, so you get down even further, and you are now bathed in this red glow of this floor. And to the north, hold on, you see something to the north. You see some sort of red-skinned creature ordering around some weird little floppy flesh warp things. Behind them appears to be a big ol' like light wall with some sort of something behind it. Looks like maybe an elevator. I don't know. To the south, you see there's a hallway with closed doors on either side. Then there's hallways to the east and west. How loud would you say Lurbug is being right now?
Incredibly. He is stomping and running. He's fucking
Great. So
giggling
Mitch,
as he's
I'm just going
running.
to give Mitch all of his hit points back because I feel like that would be the right thing to do in this scenario. So immediately the devil turns around and orders his troops to come after you. So it's time for initiative. Here we go.
Not a solid 11 from Mitch on his.
Oh, man.
Lurbug at 22.
And I
Also,
believe you have the free range.
range.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right. So up first, in initiative, we start with our drill sergeant here, who's going to.
So sorry, Kemp. Can you show us images of these large?
Oh yes, just a second. So that's what this guy looks like, the drill sergeant. And then the other things are grothlets. You know what those look like, but I'll show you
Ah, the
anyways. This
grothlet.
fucking thing. But let me see. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't read this guy's stat block because I didn't expect you to come across him for another fucking year. So let's see.
That's what you get for underestimating.
You underestimate our desire to end this fucking campaign.
Honestly, I feel it though. Okay, so I think. Okay, so it's gonna do this thing, which it's gonna start giving orders, and so that means all of these things have to. They fail. It has control over them. Whoop-de-doo. That was 3 actions. So that brings us down to Lurbug.
Well, you see, Lurbug, let's see. What's his speed? Oh, Jesus, he's... What the fuck?
He's fast as hell.
Yeah. Okay, Lurbug is first going to stride
All right.
all the way
Lurbug
here,
strides all the way there.
and then he is going to use a sudden charge.
Excellent.
To go right there, and he has a...
You can have just done a sudden charge. That allows you to stride twice and then attack.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yep.
shit. My bad.
Sudden
I
charge
misread
is
that.
that's
can I
fine.
just do that?
Yeah, that's fine. Stride twice,
Okay,
then attack.
All right, and just to be absolutely sure, his range is... I believe Lurbug's range is 10 feet.
Let's see. Stretching reach. It is a stance, so you have not activated the stance yet.
Okay, gotcha. I'll go right there.
All right. And as you do that, that actually does activate an attack of opportunity from this guy. So he's going to swing his glaive at you. That is an 18 to hit Lurbug.
18 to hit, that does not hit.
Okay, then that is his reaction. Go ahead and make your attack.
All right. It's a 32 to hit.
32, that's a crit.
That's 30 points of slashing damage.
All right, 30 points of slashing damage. He appears to, his devilish skin appears to resist a good amount of it, but, you know, it's hard to resist fucking Lurbug. Lurbug has 1 action remaining.
With Lurbug's final action, he is going to use He's going to stride, and he's going to go and giggle as he as he retreats.
So as you do that, you look down this hallway and see a big ol' door with a bunch of pentagrams on it. It appears to be made out of some sort of energy. So that's Lurbug. That brings us now to we got some Grothlet action going on here. So we'll start with this fucking thing. So it's gonna do stride. That's one action, and then it is going to stride again, and it is then going to do a digestive spew at Lurbug. That is an 11 to hit.
No.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, I completely forgot about Piteous Moan. So I actually need Lurbug and Mitch to both make will saves, please.
Lurbug is too stupid to be frightened.
Success for Lurbug. Success
20
for Mitch.
for Mitch.
Success for Mitch. All right, that brings us to another Grothlet, which is going to start out with stride number 1. It's then going to do stride number 2 to get right up next to Lurbug there, and it's going to go for a claw attack. That's a 19.
That does not hit.
Okay, that brings us to yet another Grothlet, which is going to do first a stride, followed by another stride, and it's going to make a digestive spew at Lurbug.
Okay. And also, I just realized Lurbug should be clumsy right now because he's raging, so I just added that on.
Fair enough. That's a nat 1. So this thing gets a critical fumble card. That is a ranged attack. Overthrown if the attack was a thrown weapon. Okay, that doesn't do anything then. That is it for that thing. That brings us to another Grothlet. It's going to do its 20 feet, followed by 20 feet, followed by it's going to spew at Lurbug. That is a natural 20 against Lurbug. So
Success.
Crit success there. That'll be 12 points of damage to Lurbug, and that's some acid splash damage on top of that as well. So that's an additional 4 points of damage to both Lurbug and the nearby Grothlet. Oh wait, right, they're immune to acid, so never mind. So an additional 4 points to Lurbug. That is the end of that Grothlet's turn. That brings us to Mitch.
Alright, our buddy boy Mitch is gonna go ahead and cast Electric Arc on this here Grothlet.
Great. Is that an attack or save?
Basic reflex.
Basic reflex for this Grothlet. Okay. That is a 16.
That is, in fact, a failure!
Yay!
Fry little Grothlet with 15 points of electricity damage.
15 points of electricity damage. Lovely.
Wahahaha. And
You
then
have
I'm gonna
one
go,
action remaining.
I'm gonna get 25 feet that way.
All right, you now also see the pentagram door. That brings us to yet another Grothlet. It's going to do 20 feet, followed by 20 feet, and it's then going to spit at Lurbug. That's a 26.
Success.
All right. That is 7 points of damage, plus some splash. That is a total of 10 points of acid damage to Lurbug. Brings us to one more Grothlet. So it's going to be 20 feet, followed by 20 feet, and it's going to spit at Lurbug. That's a 10. So that is
Failure.
a miss. Excellent. Also, oh wait, yeah, Mitch, you were supposed to target a second creature.
Oh, was I? My bad.
Yes, electric arc targets 2 things. So we'll just say it was the other one that's right next to Lurbug, and I'll have it make a save.
Sure.
That's a 16, so it fails. So it will
Yes.
also take that 15 points of damage.
Swell.
All right, that is the end of the Grothlets. That brings us to the top of round 2. We have our devil here, who's going to... all right, going to start out with a stride. What is its speed? Oh, wow, fast man. So 20... 30, 35 gets him right up next to Lurbug there. He's then going to use his second action to make a glaive strike at Lurbug. That is a 28 to hit Lurbug.
That hits.
Okay. Then that is going to be 21 points of damage, 11 slashing, 10 spirit, plus 1d6 bleed. Let me just apply that. I got it. Because that'll automatically apply the persistent. Additionally, oh, I see. Oh, so that bleed, Lurbug, you can feel this is bleeding a lot more than it normally should. As you have an infernal wound.
Lurbug feel funny.
So the flat check for that bleeding starts at 20 instead of 15.
So I need to get a nat 20.
Yes, unless somebody helps you, or with the exception of assisted recovery. Yeah, with the exception of assisted recovery, yeah, you need a nat 20. And it's then going to use its wiggling beard action to make a beard strike with no multiple attack penalty. That is a 26 to hit Lurbug.
That hit.
Okay, so Lurbug takes damage and needs to make a fortitude save. That is 9 points of piercing damage. Yeah, fortitude save.
25.
That is a success. And that is the end of that thing's turn. That brings us now to Lurbug, biggest, scariest monster.
Lurbug's scared.
Lurbug is going to stride.
Attack of opportunity. With the glaive. No, that'll be with the. Yeah, that'll be with the claw, actually, not the glaive. So he'll claw at you. This will. Does not apply multiple attack penalty. Good lord. Okay, that's going to be claw strike then against Lurbug. That is a 34 to hit.
I'm going to hero point that.
Okay. And that will instead be a 34 to hit.
Fuck. Okay. That's a crit success.
So, Lurbug takes 34 points of slashing, 8 points of spirit. I'll apply it. It'll be faster if I just apply the damage at this point.
Yeah, true.
All right, Lurbug is now at 6 hit points. All right, there's your moving done. Lurbug, you are now between 2 sets of double doors. You have 2 actions remaining.
Lurbug's going to step.
You step.
And Lurbug's going to open the hell door.
You try, but you cannot. It appears that you are missing whatever you require to unlock the doors. There appears to be an amulet-shaped keyhole.
Mitch, give Lurbug your amulet.
I believe that is all of your actions. So let's do your persistent bleed here. You take 2 points of persistent bleed. Go ahead and make that recovery check. DC 20. I'm utterly shocked. You're still bleeding. That brings us to a Grothlet now, which is going to 5'10". Okay, it actually can't get through its allies. So it's going to just spit at Mitch a few times. It has range penalties. So this will be a -2 to each one. So that is a 16, a 0, or sorry, a 16, a 16, a 2, and a -3. So I'm assuming none of those hit Mitch.
Yeah, no, Mitch is unscathed at this moment.
Excellent. That brings us now to another Grothlet. This one actually can move up to Mitch, so it's going to do that. It's going to make a Claw Strike, and another Claw Strike. That's a nat 20, followed by a 10.
Yes, the nat 20 will in fact hit.
Okay, so that'll be... that is 34 points of slashing damage to Mitch. Mitch is now 1 stamina point. The Grothlet that is the end of its turn. That brings us now to another fucking Grothlet, which is going to do its full stride right up next to Mitch and do 2 claw attacks. That's a nat 1, followed by a 25. Let's first see if the critical fumble does anything about that. Melee, you become wounded 1, or your wounded value increases by 1. Okay, so that doesn't matter at the fuck all. Oh wait, never mind. That was an unarmed strike, so it gets head first. You fall unconscious, so it knocks itself the fuck out. So that 25 doesn't actually exist. That brings us to another Grothlet, which is going to do its 20-foot move to get it right up next to you. It's going to be a claw against Mitch. I thought that was going to be another nat 1, and I was so excited. That's going to be another claw as well. So that first one's an 18, second one's a 26.
Those both hit.
Excellent. All right, so that is 12, followed by 13. Mitch is now dying 1. That is the end of that Grothlet's turn. That brings us to another Grothlet, which is going to do its 20 feet. It is going to spit at Lurbug, which is going to take a pretty hefty penalty there of -4. So that's going to be a 22 to hit Lurbug.
That hit.
Oh, and an 8 to hit Lurbug. So
That no hit.
the hit is 10 points of acid damage to Lurbug. Lurbug is now unconscious. That brings us now to this other Grothlet, which is going to do 20 feet over to there, and 20 feet over to there, and it's going to attack Mitch with a claw. That's a 30 to hit Mitch, which I'm assuming is that's a crit. So Mitch is now dying 3. You're both dying at this point. Do you want to keep up with this to see if you get any fun injuries, or do you want to just call it?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. So top of round
Sure.
3, we have our Barbazoo. Oops, I said its name. That has so much impact. We have our devil here, which is going to stride on over next to Mitch, and it's going to go for a glaive strike on Mitch. That's a 17, which hits Mitch. Mitch is now dying 4. Mitch, I don't remember if he has tough. He has Die Hard, actually. So he dies at dying 5 instead of 4. So the Barbazoo is then going to make... Mitch gets Infernal Wound as well. So Mitch is now taking that 1d6 persistent bleed with the DC 20 flat check to remove. Barbazoo is then going to make its Beard Strike with no multiple attack penalty because Jesus fucking Christ, this game is hard. That's a 31 to hit Mitch, which is pretty firmly a crit. So would you like to give Mitch an injury?
Sure, let's give Mitch an injury.
Great. Near-death injury. Festering Wound. Mitch is now stabilized at Wounded 1. And that is the Barbazoo's turn. That brings us to Grothlet, number 1, which is the one that's all the way back there. It's going to start with a stride, followed by another stride, and it's then going to go for a claw on Mitch. I wonder if this is going to hit. Yeah, that's a 27, which I believe is a crit.
Yep.
So Mitch is immediately up to dying 3. And that is the end of that one's turn. Brings us to another one, which is going to go for a claw attack. That's an 18, so Mitch is now dying 4. Followed by a 13, which... Does a 13 hit? Please tell me a 13 doesn't hit.
No, 13 hits.
Okay. Do you want Mitch to take another injury?
I'm gonna let the poor boy out of his misery and just die.
Okay, Mitch is now dead. And so this Grothlet will then start striding towards Lurbug. That brings us to this Grothlet over here, who's still unconscious. That brings us to this Grothlet over here, who's going to start striding towards Lurbug. And it has 1 action remaining. It will use for a Claw Strike against Lurbug. That is a 15 to hit Lurbug.
That hit.
All right, Lurbug is now dying 2. That brings us to Lurbug. Go ahead and make a DC 12 dying check for me, please.
11.
Look at that. Your dying increases to 3, and then you take your persistent damage, which increases you to 4. Do you have Die Hard?
No.
Great. So, is Lurbug taking injury, or are you putting him out of his misery?
Let's see what the injury is.
Okay. Festering Wound. AKA this campaign. I made that joke last session, so it's...
You know what?
it's fine.
Just fucking kill Lurbug. He's dead.
All right. And thus, the story of Abomination Vaults is over for us. The Inaras do their thing. Belcora does her thing. Otari gets, I don't know, turned into a beach resort. And we never do this again.
Yeah, everything actually works out in Otari. Like it's perfectly it's the best it's ever been after this.
Actually, you guys were the bad guys all along. The Inaras were just bringing an influx to the economy.
Yeah, actually what needed to happen was that we needed to have like a necromantic power source to bring prosperity to the town. We were just too short-sighted to see it.
Exactly, yeah. Belcora is actually she's done a lot of really great stuff for the community. You know,
So, as you just heard, that is the end of Return to Gauntlight and our Abomination Vaults saga as a whole. If you want to hear our post-campaign wrap-up conversation, that will be available as an episode of Talking Dice Jail the same day as this episode.
Last but not least, we want to give a special shout out to Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane. It really means the world and helps make this show possible.